asking all of you a very simple question. I'm sure all of you will be able to answer the question because it is so simple. My question is, what is life? Since it is life skill education class, we need to be more interactive. We can understand the concept of life skill education better only when we interact. So we are discussing life plus skills. So effective learning is possible only when we have more interaction. I don't want to make it more theoretical. So I request all of you to answer my questions, and I'm going to conduct a couple of activities to make life skill education more effective for you. So my question is, what is life? Can anybody answer my question?
Life is about getting experience in every day.
Okay. So, Achyutananda says life is all about getting experience from childhood till our death. It is all about experience. Okay, it could be positive experience, negative experience. It could be any kind of experience. So life is all about experience, right? So very well said, Achyutanand. Let us move on to next participant. We are looking forward to all the participants for their response. So anybody would like to volunteer?
Life is the journey between birth and death.
Okay. So I think Vandana, right? So Vandana says life is all about journeys. So we travel from one point to the other point, that is death. Okay. So it is all about journey, nothing else. Very good. Next. Anyone else?
It's a quality of people or any whatever it may be, sir, before death.
Okay, so you mean to say we need to have certain qualities in our life. We should follow certain values.
Yes,
so values related to our personal life, family life, and professional life, right? So our life is based on our values. So it's all about value system. Very good. Next.
Sir, life is what we do till we die in our daily life.
I think it is Pooja who is saying life is all about our action. So action speaks louder than words. Instead of just talking, we should do something. So that action could be related to our family life, our professional life, or whatever we want to achieve in life. Good, very good. So it is all about action. Next.
Hello, sir. I'm Dr. Jagdish Rathod.
So please go ahead.
Jagdish Rathod. Life is just a mind management and life management. It is meaningful, enjoyable, and pleasurable, and interesting.
Okay. So do
just
you think life is enjoyable?
Yes, sir. Enjoyable. Life is interesting, meaningful, and enjoyable. Just manage your life. Mind management.
Okay. So Jagdish wants to say that life is all about enjoyment.
Mind management, sir.
Mind management. It's not about body management. Body is also important.
Mind already cooperate. Mind and body are those are coordinated, na?
Okay. So fine. So next, anybody else? Anybody else?
Life is a growth in all respects, like physically, mentally, financially.
Okay. Anything else? Ashita, I'm sharing for you. Come. Yes, anybody else? I'm trying to fix my PPT. There is some technical issue. In the meantime, you can continue sharing your experiences. Good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Is also visible?
Visible, sir.
Visible, sir.
Okay. Fine, fine. So, shall we continue our discussion? I want another 2-3 responses from your end. Then we'll move on. So, anybody else? So, you said life is a journey. You said life is all about managing our mind. You said life is all about action. How we conduct ourselves from birth till death. Any other perspectives that you would like to share here?
Kalike sir.
Okay.
Learning.
So life is also about learning. So through the process of socialization, through the process of many other things that we do in our life, we learn. And based on that learning, we will be able to reach our destination. Our destination is to do something in life. If you are a teacher, you want to help your student. If you are a farmer, you want to help society by growing crops. So if you're a doctor, you want to help society by treating patients. So that is how we approach our life in our respective professions, right? So we all don't do the same thing, we do different things. And we have different life goals. So we take action and try to move towards those goals. Okay, very good. Next, anything else?
The life is finding meaning in every moment.
Okay, very good. So it is an interesting response. So I think it is Soumya who says that life is all about meaning. If there is no meaning, we don't feel like living anymore, because it is meaning which keeps us alive, which keeps us keep going. Okay, so very good. Anybody else?
Sir, life is all about how we take it and how we see it.
Okay, so life is about how we take it. It is our own perspective. Everybody doesn't have same kind of life because everybody has a different perspective of it, right? And everybody doesn't take it in the same way, depending upon their background, depending upon their life experiences. They treat life in that particular way. Very good. Next. Yes, anyone else? Okay, thank you very much for your response. I am going to teach you 10 life skills that are developed by World Health Organization. I will be giving a brief background to how these 10 life skills were developed by using different methods. This is the outline of my presentation. First, I will talk about some famous achievers. Then I will highlight no problem theory, which I strongly believe in. Then I will go for definition of life skills. Then why we need life skills for achieving whatever we want to achieve in life, and those 10 life skills of WHO. And then finally, how to enhance life skills. Can anybody think of these famous persons? So Louis Pasteur, What is he famous for? What he has developed?
Sir, he taught us the pasteurization technique.
Okay, okay. Oh, good, very good. See, actually, he was not an extraordinary student. Okay, he was an average student, and he did not score well in his exam. But what happened was, at the end of the day, he was able to produce the first vaccine for rabies. So that means you don't have to be an extraordinary person. You don't have to be an most intelligent person in the world to do something in your life. So even if you have not scored well in examination, you will be able to do something in your life. So Louis Pasteur is one of the examples. We will move on to the next famous person, Charles Darwin. So he gave up a medical career. So he joined the medical degree course, but he did not complete. And he was told by his father, so you care for nothing. You are actually useless. Okay, you will not be able to do anything in your life. That is how he was criticized. And he was considered very ordinary boy. He did not do well in his exams. So he always, stood last in his, examinations. But later on in his life, he became very famous naturalist and, geologist. As you all know, so he developed the evolution theory, and he prepared a book on the origin of species by natural selection, and it was done in 1889. And the book asserted that all the varied forms of life on Earth could, in the course of time, have evolved from a common ancestry. So he was able to achieve so much because of life skill that he developed in the later stage of his life. Okay, and so the next famous person is Beethoven. So he handled the violin awkwardly. Initially, he didn't know how to hold it. And he preferred playing his own composition instead of improving his technique. His teacher taught him how to do it, but he did not follow what instructions were given to him. He was doing his own thing, which were not acceptable by others in that profession. And his teacher called him hopeless composer. You will not be able to do anything in this field. You'll go and do something else. But later on, he became famous composer and pianist. And he has become a role model. Many people who are in this field in this day. Okay. The next famous person is Isaac Newton. He did very poorly in his schools. And he became very famous physicist and mathematician. And he formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation. So he was able to achieve because of the abilities that he developed in the later stage of his life. Okay. So the next famous person is Walt Disney. It's a very famous company, and it is a $1 billion company. If you look at the history of Walt Disney, you understand that he was not. Okay.
ಓಪನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ
Let me just open it there.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
It's possible. Walt Disney was fired by newspaper editor for lack of ideas. He was told that he did not have innovative ideas, so he was fired by the newspaper editor. And he also went bankrupt several times, not once, not twice, several times. But later on, he was able to build the Walt Disney Company. So is very world famous. And he also became a very famous cartoonist, animator, and film producer. We'll move on to the next famous person, Albert Einstein. So he did not speak until he was 4 years old, and he did not read until he was 7. That means he had learning difficulties. So learning difficulties affect children in their scholastic performance. Same thing happened to Albert Einstein. And his teacher described him as mentally slow or mentally retarded. And he was not sociable with teachers and other students in the class. And he was adrift forever in his foolish dreams. That is how he was described by his teacher. He was
Yes. In Excel?
start moving.
Yes.
Be around. Okay. He was also expelled and was refused admission to Zurich Polytechnical School, which is a very famous school in Germany. And but later on, he became German-born theoretical physicist. Okay. So next is Henry Ford. He failed and went bankrupt several times before he finally succeeded in his life. So Ford is a famous automobile company, and it produces world famous cars. The next famous person is Leo Tolstoy. He failed in his college. He was described as both unable and unwilling to learn. He was not motivated. He was not interested in subject. But later on, he became a famous writer. He became a novelist, short story writer, playwright, and essayist. So next is Winston Churchill, who was one of the famous prime ministers of England, and he became prime minister of England at the age of 62. Before he became that, he had a lot of difficulties in his life, and he had a lot of defeats also. Even though he had so much adversity in his life, he was able to achieve so much in his life at later stage of his life. And this is another famous person who was born in a poor family, studied only up to 4th standard, but he became very famous in Kannada film industry, and he has become a role model for many people. Those couples who want to lead a healthy life in their family and all, they look forward to Dr. Rajkumar. So now my next question to all of you is, are there problems in your life? I want all of you to respond to my question. My question is, are there problems in your life?
Yes, sir.
So I don't want a right answer. I want only answer. So somebody said, yes, there are problems. Madam, can you mention some of your problems? If not personal problems, some other problems that you can share here. So 1 or 2 problems?
The work-life balance.
Okay, so it is difficult to balance both personal and professional life, right? So you have
Yes,
to take care. You have to take care of yourself, and you need to go and do your college work or take classes. So managing all that would be a difficult task. You might feel stressful at time because many things at a time, especially when you are a homemaker. It becomes very difficult because you need to do both. At home, you need to take care of children, you need to take care of elderly persons there, and after that, you need to go for work. So it becomes very difficult. So when it comes to men, they may not have so many responsibilities at home. So one of my friends told that when men want to go out, they will tell wife just 2 minutes before. They say, "I'm going out." There's no problem. But when a woman wants to go out, she can't tell like that because she has to make sure children are okay and children have food on time. After ensuring everything is okay at home, then only a woman can go out, right? So roles are different for men and women in our society. So same thing is not applicable to both genders, especially in Indian context, right? So Pooja, thank you very much. We'll move on to next participant. My question is: are there problems in your life?
Stress or anxiety, sir.
Stress, anxiety. Vandana says so. There is stress or anxiety, which could be because of more responsibilities, or which could be because of health issues, or it could be because of financial issues. Factors are many. They may lead to psychological problems. Very good. Thank you, Vandana. Next. Anybody else?
Health problems, sir.
So health problems. Okay. Next. Anything else? I want another one or two responses. Who would like to go next? You can answer my question with yes or no.
Generally, I think financial problems, sir.
Financial problem. Unfortunately, I can't give you money. I'm not so much rich. But do you think there are financial problems? Okay, good. So that was Jaina, I think. Next.
Sir, financial problem is the actual or real problem, sir, I guess. Others are just, other problems are, I don't consider them as the problem. It is just how we see it and how we try to solve it. Otherwise, like how the sir said, Jayana sir said, actual problem is the financial problem, sir. I don't know how you take it, but that is the actual problem. I can see the Jayana sir smiling, laughing, laughing. I don't know that that is the one which we face. Otherwise, the other problems I don't consider them as the problem. It is just how we try to solve it or how we see it.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
I agree, madam. I agree.
Jaina is smiling because you are agreeing with him, right? So his response is being validated by your response, and that is really a concern that everybody has. So if we don't have money, we may not be able to solve many of our problems, right? So our health response, our family response, our personal response depends upon money, right? So if we have money, we will be able to take care of ourselves better. And when we want to admit our children for education, we'll have to sell out a lot of money. When we want to take care of our health, we'll have to sell out a lot of money. Without money, it is very difficult. But remember that money is not everything. There are many other things also. Okay, I will be talking about those things in the later stage of my presentation. Thank you very much for your response. Next. Anyone else?
Sir, illiteracy, no, sir. Illiteracy, sir.
Huh? Sorry?
Illiteracy, sir.
Illiteracy. Okay. So that can also be a problem. Next. Anyone else? If nobody is there to give next response, I will move on to the next slide. So, but I believe that there are no problems in our life. Now, do you agree with me? You said you have problems in your life, but I am now saying there are no problems in our life. Do you agree with me? So, Jayanna, Dr. Soumya.
Yes, sir.
So, Pooja, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
why are you changing your response now?
Sir, I believe that the problem, there are no problems. I think they are the challenges ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು sir.
So we don't consider them as problems, but we consider them as challenges. Thing is
ಹೌದು sir.
that there are some difficulties in your life. That's what you mean to say. Whether you say problems or challenges, there are some difficulties, right? Which make our life miserable or difficult to lead. So we'll move on. I will try to explain why I strongly believe that there are no problems. I use a simple math formula to explain no problem theory. As you can see in the slide, there are problems on left side, and on the right side there is no capacity. When we have 0% capacity, how many problems are there? In which direction the arrow mark has gone? So it has 100% problems. So when we have 100% capacity, there is no 0% problem. So now the choice is yours, whether you want to focus on the problem or on the capacity. So when we develop our capacity, we will be able to solve most of our problems. Some of you said financial problems. So if we get a job, we start earning money. That means we will be able to address our financial problem. We'll be able to take care of our family. That means lack of abilities lead to problems in our life. So instead of saying that there are only problems, instead of talking negatively about our life situations, we should try to think what can be done in this situation, how I can improve myself, how I can improve my knowledge, how I can improve my skills, how I can improve my abilities. If I do that, I will be able to address most of my problems. Right? So by being negative, by being worried about our life situation, we won't be able to solve anything in life. In fact, we will have more difficulties in life because we will be losing our time, we'll be losing our energy by thinking about problems. So this is the first thing that we need to change in our mind. So it is all about mindset. If we don't change our mindset, our mind will be worried most of the time. So if you focus on this particular aspect, you will be able to have a lot of abilities and you will be able to solve your problems. Now we'll move on to definition of life skills. So what are life skills? There are two definitions that I am going to tell. The first one is WHO definition. According to WHO, life skills are abilities for adaptive and positive behavior, and that enable individual to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. So I had Achyutananda say, there are challenges and demands in our life. Every day we have these challenges and demands. It is not like once in a month these problems come and go. No, on a daily basis, some or other problems are there. Their magnitude might differ from person to person, or their magnitude might differ from day to day. But thing is that these challenges are always there. So it depends upon the individual's ability. If the individual has these positive and adaptive behaviors, he or she will be able to cope up with those demands and challenges. So here in this definition, we need to highlight these two aspects: adaptive and positive behaviors and demands and challenges. Fine. Now we'll go on to the other definition given by UNICEF. It says it is a behavior change or behavior development approach designed to address a balance of three areas. It talks about balance among three areas such as knowledge, attitude, and skills. If we have knowledge, attitude, and skills, we will be able to understand the situation better and we will be able to respond better. The other day, I was talking about psychosocial support in disaster management. I was telling in my presentation that during pandemic, all of us were anxious and worried. We were so anxious and worried because we did not know about the virus, whether I will be safe or not, whether I will be able to come out of it or not. When there is such a confusion, it will lead to a lot of anxiety and worry. So ignorance leads to a lot of disturbance in the mind. So when we remove that ignorance, we will be able to see the facts and we will be able to respond better. That's what this definition says. So there are three types of skills. So you have cognitive skills, emotional skills, and see, cognitive skills are about thinking. So how we pursue the situation. So how we think of a particular event in our life. For example, when a student has failed in examination, how he pursues that situation. So after failure in examination, whether life is over, whether I can read at my exam and move on in my life. Emotional skills about how we regulate our emotions. When there is sadness, what can be done? When there is anger, how to manage it? And then social life skills. This slide has all the life skills that we need for leading a healthy life. There are 4 domains that we need to think of.
Sir, we are unable to see the slides, sir.
So it's not visible?
No, sir, it's not visible.
Visible, sir.
Yeah.
Visible, sir.
Visible, sir. Just stop sharing window. The dialog should be hide, sir.
Can.
Visible, sir.
It's visible? So I think your system may have some problems. Okay, shall we move on? Okay. So there are 4 domains that we need to look at. The first one is hands. In hands, again, there are 2 subdomains: giving and working. Community service or volunteering for a particular cause in our society, and acting like a leader, taking responsibility in society, and responsible citizenship, contribution to group effort, then marketable skills, and teamwork, self-motivation. So these are related to hands, taking action or behavioral activities. The next one is about health. Health is wealth. So when we are healthy, we will be able to respond better. In health, there are 2 subdomains like living and being. So in living, personal safety, disease prevention, stress management, healthy lifestyle choices, and in being, we have skills like self-discipline, managing feelings, character building, and self-responsibility. Now we'll move on to the next domain, which is head. Head means thinking, what is there inside our mind. Here also there are two subdomains, managing and thinking. In managing, we need skills like resilience, keeping records, then wise use of resources, planning or organizing, goal setting, service learning, and critical thinking, problem solving, decision making. So these are some of the skills that we need for managing our mental functioning. Now we'll move on to the last domain, which is heart. In heart also there are two sub domains, that is relating and caring, sharing with others, empathizing with others, concern for others, accepting differences, conflict resolution, social skills, cooperation, communication, resilience. These are some of the skills that we require for our social life, how we care for others and how we respond to others' needs. Okay, but I will not be talking about all those life skills. I will be highlighting only 10 life skills developed by WHO. Next question is, why do we need life skills? As we have already discussed, we need life skills for happy life. Everybody wants to be happy. We all know the fact that one day we are going to die, but we all want to be happy in our life, right? A patient goes to a doctor for being happy. A student goes to a teacher for being happy in his life. What I mean to say, after studying, after completing his education, he or she wants to have a good job. After that, he wants to get married. He wants to settle down in his life. That means he also looks for happiness. A farmer also wants to have happiness in his life by doing farming. And we need life skill for having well-adjusted life. Somebody said it is important for us to balance personal and professional life. We need to take care of family, we need to take care of our job as well. That is possible when we have a set of life skills. So next one is promotion of competence. As you know, we all want to move from inferiority to superiority. If we are earning 10 rupees today, we want to earn 20 rupees tomorrow. If we are using a bicycle today, tomorrow we want to use a bike. Those who are using a bike wants to buy a car tomorrow. That means we always try to move from inferiority to superiority in life, and that is possible only when we have competency, and that is possible by developing a set of skills in our life. So next thing is about prevention of psychosocial problems in our life. That means mental health problems are preventable. Life skills help us in preventing those problems. For example, depression, it is preventable. Anxiety, preventable. Stress is also preventable. These life skills help us in doing that. And these skills are required for progress in life, right? We want to make progress, be it personal life or professional life. Progress is what keeps us moving forward. Next one is better academic achievement. Our students need a life skill for achieving. They may have intelligence, they may have resources. If they don't have life skills like decision making, problem solving, they may not be able to make adequate progress. So these life skills are required for them. And we want to have stress-free life, and that is possible by having healthy behaviors. And we want to have a quality of life. We want to be healthy. We want to have good family life. We want to have a good professional life. And the next one is for becoming good human being. So we want people to talk about us positively, and that is possible when we have a good character or good personality. And life skills are required for mental health, and life skills are required for preventing problems in life. Okay, so these are some 10 life skills developed by WHO. I will be explaining them one by one. Decision making skill. I will share a case study. After that, I will request all of you to give a response. There was a 10th standard student in Bangalore. This incident happened in Bangalore. The student was writing her 10th standard exam, and it was the last paper of her examination. She was getting in the morning, and getting ready, she heard a loud noise from the bathroom. And she went and checked there. She found her mother in the bathroom. Her mother fell down in the bathroom and she had fracture. So what she did was she tried to help her mother to get out of the bathroom, but she was not able to because there was nobody else in the family. She was finding it difficult. She was feeling stressed also because mother was in the bathroom. Her leg was fractured and the girl was supposed to go for examination. It was getting late for her. That was the situation the girl was in. Can you think what that girl could have done in that situation, or what she has done in that situation, or if you had been in that situation, what you could have done in that situation? Hope you have understood the case study. Yes? Anybody would like to respond? So one response I want. Only one response is enough. The girl was in a stressful situation where she had to make lot of decisions. So there was mother in the bathroom, fractured, and there was her examination, the girl's examination, for which she had to go. How she can manage the situation? Yeah.
At that moment, helping the mother is very much important, I guess.
Okay, helping the mother. What about examination? I have studied for a year to write my exam, and that is my 10th standard examination. So if I don't go for exam, I will lose 1 year, right?
Priority matters, sir.
Priority matters. So very good. Soumya says priority matters. So the girl has to take care of her mother. Okay,
yes, sir.
Good.
So there will be another chance for taking exams. But what if mother?
Okay. So you will not get mother back.
Yes, sir.
You will be able to get anything in life, but not parents, right?
Yes.
So you give first priority to parents. Really good. Good. Yes, anyone else? Anybody else? So I will tell you what the girl did. What the girl did was her father was outside. So she called her father and told about the incident at home. And then she called her neighbors. So neighbors came and helped her. With the help of them, she took the mother to a nearby hospital. And she told her father that they are going to take mother to this particular hospital. Please, you come to the hospital. I am going to bring mother there by an auto. So what she did was she took her mother to the hospital, and she also called the principal and informed. So this is what happened in my house, and I am going to be late for the examination. You will have to consider me. So the principal agreed. So what she did was she took her mother to the hospital And in the meantime, her father also reached the hospital. And after that, the girl was able to go to the school and write exam. She was late by 10 minutes, but she was able to write exam. So she took care of mother as well as she was able to write exam. So that means she was able to make decisions. So when we have life skills, we will be able to manage both. So if we are not able to think critically, we will not be able to get different alternatives to solve the problem. So decision making becomes very crucial. I will give you another example. This happened in one of the colleges. So there was a boy and a girl who were in love with each other. And when they were in their degree, they got married, thinking that if they wait for some more time, our families may not agree. Their families might oppose their marriage, and later on they might get separated. So out of anxiety, what they did was they went and got married against their parents' wish. When they told their parents, they did not accept it. So what boy and girl did was they went to a temple and got married. And after marriage, the families did not support them, and their studies were not yet completed. So they found it very difficult. And another thing, what happened was they had a child also. When they were in their final year, they had a child. And that time it became very difficult for them to manage the child and their studies. So what happened was they started quarreling with each other. So this is what happens when our students take wrong decisions. So it was a wrong decision. Loving is not a wrong decision. Marrying is not a wrong decision. But when to get married, where to get married, how to get married. So these are some of the questions which students have to ask themselves. So if they take emotional decision, they will not be able to take right decisions. Usually what happens is children or students take emotional decision. I have failed in examination, I will go and jump from a building, or I will go and take poison. That is called emotional decision. So when we are emotionally charged, we should not take any decisions. We have to wait for some time. So when students are in love, what they do is they take emotional decisions. They will not take rational decisions. So if they have life skill, they will be able to take correct decisions. So our decision should be based on logic, not emotions. So we'll move on to the next one. Problem-solving skills. As you know, after 10th standard, students are confused. They don't know whether to go for science, arts, commerce, which stream to take. They may not have enough information with them. They don't have experience at all, because this is the first time they have passed the exam and they are supposed to make a decision to join a college, right? They may not be able to take a right decision if they don't have different alternatives. So they should be able to solve this problem. Okay, so I will give you one case study which I have dealt with. There was a boy in Bangalore whose mother passed away when he was doing his PUC +2. When he was doing his +2, his mother passed away. And right from childhood till his +2, his mother kept on telling him that you should become a doctor. And after his mother passed away, the boy wanted to do the same thing, whatever his mother had told him. Her mother's dream was making her son a doctor. And after her death, her son wanted to do the same thing. So he wrote entrance exam. First attempt, he failed. Second attempt, he failed. He kept on trying again and again, but he was not able to clear it. So he had so much frustration. he came to me and said, I'm not able to sleep. I'm not able to concentrate on my studies. So this is my, fourth attempt to clear entrance exam for a medical degree, but I'm not able to do. So the boy had severe mental health problem. So after his mother, he was not guided by anyone else. He was just thinking only of medical degree. But unfortunately, he was not able to get through his entrance exam. That means once, twice is okay. He left all other things. He focused only on preparation for entrance exam. That means he had wrong problem-solving skills. He had to, he had to follow whatever his mother had told him. But thing is that at what cost? How long? If he had not come to us, he would have kept on trying. So later what I did was I told him about other options. It is not, he was telling that if I do any other course, it will be a great insult to my mother. I need to fulfill my mother's dream. So I want to do only medical degree. When I educated him, when I taught him different options available, then he changed. Today he is working for a company. He has done his degree. He has actually pursued BSc and he has done some PG course and he is working for a company and he is earning 40,000 rupees in Bangalore. That means if you teach your students problem solving skills, they will be able to take right decision and they will be able to come out of their emotional problems. So these are simple skills, but they can change our student lives. We'll move on to the next one. Creative thinking. How many of you are creative? Say, so what is in my hand? Are you able to see what is there in my hand?
No, sir.
So it is a pen. Pen. So can you all tell me different uses of the pen? When a pen is for writing, apart from writing, what else it can be used for? Yes, can you think?
Sir, it can be used as a bookmark sometimes.
Okay, good. So bookmark, very good. Next. Let us see how creative people are. So bookmark, very good. Next. Anything else?
To be used as a pointer, sir.
Pointer, okay. So when a student is making a lot of noise in the class, hey, keep quiet. So you can actually use pen as pointer to point to something. Okay, next.
To make a small hole for answer sheet, sir.
Okay, very good. So this is how we can do. Okay. So during I think you had a lot of experience in exam duties, huh? Okay, next. Parshuram, after the Parshuram, next.
Creating arts.
Arts, okay. Fine. What else? Anything else? Only three of you have creative skills. Others don't have any creative skills. That is how I need to interpret it. What about others?
That can be used as a decorating object.
Okay. So after you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So next. So when we have something inside our ear, what we do? We just do it like this, right? So when we want to think, so we'll be doing like this. Or there is actually, when there is itching in our scalp, we just do like this, right? So it can be used for different purposes. No company has told that the pen can be used for these purposes. So it is our mind which has thought of these things. That means inside our mind we have abilities to think creatively. So when we think creatively, we'll be able to get a solution. Very common example I want to give. So you have relatives in your house and you don't have milk to prepare tea for them. When we have guests, we usually give them a cup of tea or juice or something like that. You don't have anything. You have only curd. What will you do?
The buttermilk.
Buttermilk.
If you give them curd, it doesn't look nice. But when you make buttermilk out of it, it will be acceptable. That means you have that creative ability. So instead of just worrying, there is no milk, there is no juice, what should I do? If you just can think of some options of whatever is available, you will be able to handle the situation. So everyday challenges and demands. If you can apply your inner resources, you will be able to handle external situations. Can you all see what it is?
Sheet of paper.
Paper sheets, sir.
Hello, am I audible now?
Audible, sir.
Hello,
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
am I audible?
Audible,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Sir.
Ah,
Audible.
yeah, there's some technical problem. Anyway, I will continue to talk. Okay, I think now it is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so what are you seeing on the paper? So, any response?
Yum.
Yeah,
So
very
it
good.
interpreted in many ways. We can
So now what
Three.
can you see?
Three. Three.
Three.
W.
W.
Okay.
Sir, it's in Kannada. Arkavat.
Okay, very good. Next.
M, sir.
Now, apart from M, anything else can you see?
Sir, inverted W we can say.
Huh?
Inverted W.
Yeah, okay, fine. Inverted W or W is already said. Anything else?
Vartakshara.
Huh? Vartakshara, okay. Next. Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay, just look at it, look at it. Apart from W.
Sir,
W is
two
already.
U's are joined.
Okay, very good. Next. Anything else?
E, sir.
Huh?
E.
E, apart from E.
Double C.
Okay. Very good. Anything else?
Arch, sir. It's look like arch.
Arch. Okay. So thank you. You have looked at only one object, but you are able to give different responses. That is possible because of our critical thinking abilities. Our mind has And we will be able to use more of our critical thinking abilities only we apply them. When we don't apply them, we may not be able to use those, critical thinking skills. So in critical thinking skills, we need to see pros and cons of choosing our, future career when it comes to students. And there are always two options, healthy and unhealthy habits. So when we are stressed, we have two options, whether to go and share our difficulties with our loved ones or go and, smoke. Some people believe that smoking is going to solve our problems, or going and taking alcohol might solve our problems. That is very unhealthy behavior. And knowing about an issue, I mean, when we know about the issue, we will be able to find out a solution to it. Okay. And understanding about a person, instead of jumping to conclusion, instead of saying that this student is useless, this student will not improve, we need to understand the student better. So when we critically analyze our students, we will be able to know what abilities they have, which subject they are good at, and how we can help them out. Okay. So when we do all this, our stress can be reduced and our student stress can also be reduced. So next one is, effective communication. So can anybody tell me what you can see?
Square, triangle, and
Circle.
Okay. Anything else? So if I ask you to tell a person who is not looking at the picture, how will you describe? If you have to ask the person to draw it, how are you going to tell? So you will have to use both. You may not be able to do it effectively because there will not be all the communication skills when we are presenting a picture to the other person who is not looking at it. So what we need to do is we need to use both verbal and non-verbal skills to present our ideas to others, right? And this communication should be through our answer sheets, communication through body language, and family communication, and communication among friends and teachers. So different communication skills can be used to present our ideas with them. So next one is about interpersonal relationship. As you know, we are all social beings. We will be able to lead a healthy life only when we have good relationship with others. When you are working in a college, you need to have good relationship with your students, colleagues, and others in the school or college, because it is a teamwork, and we'll be able to help others better only when we are working together. And problems like quarrels, misunderstandings can be prevented by having good interpersonal relationship. And we should ask our students to, or we should encourage our students to ask questions whenever they have any doubts about the subject, because it should not be only one way. Like, you are taking the class and students are not asking you questions, or if they are not responding, it becomes one-way communication, and your relationship with the student will not be healthy one. Okay. So the next skill is self-awareness. See, we should know what is my strength, what is my weakness. We should not have a false perception about ourselves. We should not always think that I am always right. We may be wrong sometimes. We may lack certain skills in our life. So we may not be good at a certain subject. We may not be able to take class on certain subject. So when we understand what I can do, what I cannot do, it will help us in improving ourselves. So I can focus more on what I'm not good at. But if I strongly believe that I am the best, so I have done the best, so nobody is better than me, then it is a kind of problem, not a healthy attitude. So we should understand that we are all human beings. We do make mistakes, and we may not be perfect in all the fields. So we should know So these things, then, we'll be able to take right decisions in our life. The next is, empathy skills. I want all of you to do one small exercise. The exercise is write one difficult task for another person. You can write that person name and the most difficult task for that person. I'll give you 1 minute time to do that. Write one person name. It could be your friend, your family member, it could be a colleague, it could be anybody. So you write one difficult task, like go and jump from the building, go and drink all the water in the ocean, or walk from Bengaluru to Mysore, whichever difficult task you want to give. So I want you to write the most difficult task for one of your friends or family members. I will give you 1 minute time. Please complete it as early as possible. So today I want to be on time to complete the session. I have another 10 minutes to complete the session. So you take 1 minute to write the task, the most difficult task. Hope you have understood the instructions. The instructions are very simple. You need to write. Please, if you have pen and paper, you write it down. Don't just think. I want to see it on the paper. Please write it down. So anybody has completed? So I will ask one by one. Who is going to go first? Can you tell us what you have written? Don't tell the name of the person, but at least the task. What you have written. Hello? So I want some responses. Yes.
So staying outside whole night.
Okay, very good. So who is that? Hema, right?
Hema. Yes, sir.
Hema. Hema, thank you very much. Whom you have asked to stay outside whole night?
So simply
Flying
task
like
only, I think.
No,
Person
I mean, you
name
have
I
written,
didn't
okay.
notice.
So you have asked someone to stay outside the whole night. Very good. Very good. Next. Yes,
Flying like bird.
huh? Oh, flying like bird. Very good. So very creative. Next. Purnima, you have written anything?
Hi, sir. Flying like bird.
To climb Mount
Okay, very
Everest.
good. Next, Pallavi.
To climb Mount Everest.
Okay, climb Mount Everest. Okay, Jayana is asking someone to climb the Mount Everest. Very good. Next.
So stand on barefoot on gravel.
So walk barefoot to?
Gravels ಮೇಲೆ ಕಡಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ barefoot ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸರ್.
Oh, very good. Very good. So very creative you are, huh? So whom have you written the task?
To my close friend, sir.
Close friend. Okay, okay. Please don't tell his name here. Let us
Yes,
keep
sir.
it confidential.
Yes.
So very interesting. Next, who else? I want everyone to give their response. Please. Yes, Sindhusri. I want your response, please.
Stand on ice cube for about 10 hours.
Oh my God. Very interesting. Ice cube. Big ice cube or small ice cube?
Yes, sir. Big
Big ice
one.
cube. Okay. Yes, next. Anybody else? I want you to give a response. So you are free to say whatever you want. Hope everybody has written the task. Yes, Amruta. Sorry? Yeah,
Sir,
please.
pass
Once again.
UPSC exam, sir.
UPSC
Okay.
examination, sir.
Oh, UPSC examination. Very good. Who is that? Who said that? May I know your name?
To my mother, sir.
Okay. Good. Next. Anybody else? Soumya, you have any response? Amruta, any response?
Solving dispute between two states.
Traveling between?
Solving dispute between two states like Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
Okay. So fine. Next. Vandana, you have any response? Soumya, Mamta, Shivkumar, Mahantesh?
Sir,
Jagdish?
run 1 hour without stopping, my friend.
So
Run 1 hour.
running for an hour without stopping.
Okay.
Where he has to run? Does he have to
Stadium.
run on the road or in the sea or
Stadium.
where? Stadium.
Stadium.
Okay. Good. Next.
Sir, I would ask to catch a snake, maybe a cobra.
Oh my God. Very interesting. But now I'm going to ask all of you an interesting thing. If I ask all of you to perform whatever you have written for others, will you be able to do it?
Definitely not, sir.
Okay. So you have to go and catch a cobra, right? So will you be able to do it?
Definitely not.
Not. So it is very easy to tell others, catch a cobra or pass UPSC exam, run barefoot. It's very easy. But when we have to perform the same task, it becomes very difficult. So what I'm trying to say, we need to have empathy towards others. We need to understand our student situation. We need to understand our parent situations. That is possible only when we put ourselves into their shoes, what they might be going through. When a student has failed, what he or she might be going through. Instead of scolding him, instead of criticizing him, saying you did not study well, we need to think what he might be going through emotionally. Okay, so understanding their emotions or problems is very important. And we become a good human being only when we have empathy towards others. Otherwise, we will be like any other animals. Humans are different from other animals because we are able to think. When we apply that ability, we will be able to understand others better. Otherwise, we become angry towards others. We will actually start misbehaving with others. This is the 8th skill that we need to have. The next one is coping with emotions. All of us are human beings, and naturally we have emotions. Emotions are very powerful. So when we are angry, we don't know how we are reacting with others. We throw our mobile phones. We throw TV remote controller. We actually shout at others. We don't know what we are doing in that situation. So after some time, we realize that we misbehaved or we should not have done that particular thing. So anger leads to a lot of negative consequences. So we should be able to regulate these emotions, managing anger, managing sadness. So when we are sad, we don't want to live our lives. We want to end our life if we have developed suicidal thoughts. So we need to learn how to deal with our emotions. Last but not the least, coping with stress. All of us are alive. That means we are having stress. Stress is experienced by all human beings, and only dead body doesn't have stress. Those who are alive have some amount of stress. But thing is that if you have little bit stress, it is always in your favor. it will help you work better. But if it is exceeding beyond your coping ability, you will not be able to manage it. It will have negative effect on your personal professional life. So next question is how to enhance our life skills. So how to develop these 10 life skills. So point number 1 is we need to develop optimistic attitude in life. As you know, life is going to end one day. We should always have optimistic attitude. Things will be better. I will be able to improve. My student will be able to study well. My student will be able to score better. When we have such attitude, we will be able to develop our life skills. And we should help others in their activities. So it should not be self-centered. We should be thinking about others also. But when we are self-centered, we think only about our salary. We think only about taking classes. We will not be thinking about others' welfare. We can feel happy only when we are thinking of others' welfare. And the third point is developing healthy relationship with others. We are all social beings and we should have such healthy relationship with others, especially students and colleagues. We should have healthy lifestyles. When instead of taking substance, instead of taking alcohol, we should think how we can cope with emotions. We can actually think how we can take care of our body. And whenever we are stressed, we should talk it out. Instead of suppressing our problems or emotions, we should share them with others. And we should organize our daily life from morning till evening, what I am going to do. So we should have to-do list that will actually guide us in completing our daily activities. We should also have a sense of humor because humor keeps us healthy and it helps us in coping with our stress and anxiety. And we should also have healthy study habits. As a student or as a faculty, we should have these regular study habits, not only eating and sleeping, but also doing some amount of studying helps us in coping with our stress and anxiety. And we should also have some useful leisure activities with our loved ones, playing cricket or playing indoor games or having some entertainment. And we should have 3 A's of happiness, that is affection, acceptance, and achievement. So I'm going to ask 3 questions here. I want all of you to answer these 3 questions. After that, I will conclude my session. My first question is, have you taken C vaccine? What is C vaccine?
The COVID.
COVID vaccine. COVID
Okay.
vaccine.
Next, anybody else? C vaccine means what? COVID vaccine? So it is not COVID vaccine, it is cognitive vaccine. C stands for cognitive. What I'm trying to say is we need to change our thinking. So when we think positively, we will be able to handle situation better. So cognitive vaccine we should take. Always we should keep on changing our way of thinking. Okay. Another final question. Have you taken S vaccine? What is S vaccine? What is S vaccine?
Skill,
Yeah, skill. Very good. Next.
self-confidence,
Very good. Next.
Fine.
Okay. Oh, very good. Next.
Strength, sir.
Strength. Very good. Okay. What else?
Sympathy.
Okay. Should we have sympathy or empathy?
Both, sir.
Both. Okay. Good. Next.
Simplicity.
Okay. Good. I'm happy that many of you are responding to my question at the end of the class. Okay, that means you have developed a lot of skills. So S stands for social vaccine. Social, as I told you, we can be healthy only when we are with other other human beings or family members, friends, and relatives. We should always develop interpersonal relationship with us. I'm going to ask you the final question, yet another final question. What is P vaccine? So this is
Patience.
last, huh?
Patience.
Patience, very good. Next.
P.
This is the last question. Everybody can answer my question. What is P vaccine?
P.
Hmm?
P.
Sorry? Punctuality, very good.
Light.
Polite, okay.
Prevention.
Good. Prevention is better than cure.
Privacy, sir.
Okay, everybody should have privacy.
Practicum.
Huh?
Positive.
Oh, be positive. Be positive in life. Even if you're not getting salary, be positive. That's what somebody is telling. Yes, anything else?
Persistence.
Huh?
Persistence.
Yeah. So even if we are not making progress, we should keep on trying. We should not give up. So P stands for physical vaccine. Physical vaccine means we have only one body, remember. And it is only your body that comes with you all the time. Now you are attending the class alone. When you go to the college, you go alone. Your friends, relatives, they don't come with you. So it is your body which is with you all the time. So it is very important for you to take care of your body. So we call it physical vaccine. You should go for walking, jogging, exercise, yoga. So when we do these things regularly, our body will be fit. When our body is fit, our mind will also be okay. So take care of your body and mind. You will be fine. Thank you very much.